It's Thursday morning, so I've got up early because Paul is going to be going out down to For Earth's Sake, so I thought I'd get up. I think it's around 6:15 or so. It's looking a little bit hazy out there. I've got the windows shut because it is feeling chilly, but I've just noticed, if I open up the light, a couple of bits of blossom on the pear tree. I don't know whether you can see those two areas. The cherry is almost over. Yeah, so I'm going to get up and get on with my day. Morning! It's Thursday morning and I'm home alone today. Paul has gone down to For Earth's Sake. So I'm getting on with stuff in the house, and naturally I'll take you with me. But I just wanted to have a little chat before we start. Oh, looks like there's going to be some disruption in the street today and potentially some noise. So they cordoned off an area of the house opposite. Looks like they're going to be digging up the pavement. Great. It's London. There's always work happening somewhere. Always. So, I've been doing a little bit of reflecting on the channel, and as I did last week, I mentioned that I thought I might be posting a little bit too much, and I think I probably am. But I just wanted to talk about that. I don't sort of post as randomly as people think I do. So first of all, since, leaving my job, I've had to test things out to see whether more posting could earn more money. And initially that seemed to work. So views were massively up. We were getting, I think at one point it said we'd raised the views by 107%, and views are still up on the sort of previous figures. It's weird how it sort of works, but if you have a video that does 1,000 views one week, and then you get a video that does 1,002 views, it says, oh yes, you've had more views, whereas it's not that much more. Do you know what I mean? The figures aren't always easy to decipher. But yes, I've not been posting as randomly as people think I have. There is a section on the Creator Studio, which is the app that we use to upload videos through YouTube, that allows you to research subjects. Sorry, I'm a bit sniffly this morning. I think it's tree pollen. Yeah, that allows you to research subjects and sort of test them out, test the subject out to see whether a video will be well received. So I've done this with several videos, including cookery, including the shampooing video I did the other day. So I had a look to see, first of all, at homemade, cookery, cooking, all those kind of terms, and found that a couple of those terms were really very high interest. Also, I researched hair washing, and that told me that it was extremely high interest subject within my subscriber base. So I thought, okay, well, I'll call it hair washing, reverse shampooing, blah, blah, blah. And a couple of those videos have not done well at all. Not what I would expect. So it's very difficult to trust what YouTube is telling me and whether that's accurate. So I've been sort of trying things out. I've also been posting more shorts because YouTube tells me that it's good to post a variety of different content, different lengths, all of that. So I'm kind of doing what the YouTube guidelines sort of instruct me to do, because you assume that kind of they know best, So what I've decided is I'm going to reduce the amount of content by a little bit. And as a couple of people have suggested, I'm going to stop doing this vlog in 2 parts. I'm going to go back to 1 part, and I'm going to continue to release that singular daily vlog video on a Wednesday rather than a weekend. I'm going to continue to post shorts. They don't earn any money at all, but they do net new viewers. So that's what I've decided to do. I may decide not to do a cookery video every week, and rather maybe once a month for cookery. So I'm going to make a few adjustments to the video posting schedule to see how that works. I think I'm obviously going through a period of adjustment since leaving work and trying to find a way to to maximize earnings. It's a difficult thing to do. It's difficult to know what to do other than what you're guided to do by YouTube. Because I don't want to sort of change what we do. I don't want to suddenly become a different channel. But I also want to try out a few things that are fun and a little bit different, just to see how they work. For example, when I did the video on the scarves and the shirts, those were really fun and were received really well, but haven't earned any money, even though one of them had quite a lot of views. They literally earn pennies, like 6 pence. So, that's certainly not a strategy for earning more money. However, I gained quite a few new viewers. So, it's obviously a balance, and it's a balance that I haven't yet achieved. I'm going to be quite open about that. The channel certainly isn't doing what I'd like it to do. So clearly some adjustments need to happen. I'm not blind to these things, I'm pretty aware. So yeah, I'm reflecting on that this morning, but on a very practical note, I need to get on and do some housework, because I can do that at my leisure now. Because Paul's out for the day, I can just crack on. So I'm going to do that because I think it's, 9 o'clock or something. I'm not sure. Is it 10 o'clock? 9:30? I have no idea what the time is. Alexa, what's the time?
It's 9:38 a.m.
9:38. So I need to crack on, because I also need to think about dinner as well for tonight, for when Paul gets in. So yeah, I'll take you with me. The noise hath begun. How lovely. Hopefully, it's just going to be as they're cutting through, the initial breaking up of whatever it is they're doing. deep joy, well, I better get on with things that don't require any concentration, like tidying up. Yeah, I'm going to make a start. That needs to go upstairs. I can smell a funny smell in the house, and I think it's coming in from outdoors. Can't quite put my finger on it, but it's weird. That's the thing about work being done. You know, there's very often a release of things into the environment that we don't think about. This is one of the things when I talk, you know, when people, what am I saying? When people mention to me, oh, Richard, could you do audio narration, you know, audio books, things like that? I've said it before. No, not unless it's quiet, because I don't have a soundproof room. Today is one of those days where you can tell you're going to be assaulted by noise. And it seems to multiply. Other people seem to get in on it. Yeah. Alexa, what's my notification?
One new notification from Amazon Shopping. The shipment is due to arrive today.
Now I know what that is. That's 9-volt batteries for the smoke detectors. There's one of them run out, and we've got 3 in the house, one on each level. And you know, you get to the time where the battery is running out and one of them's making that little pip noise once in a while. And it's finding which one it is, which is the hard thing. Especially when you're in the middle of the house, the bedroom level, you can never tell which one it is. It was the one down here. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to wash these covers. I think I'm going to do it. It's time. It's spring. It's time for a spring clean. I'm not going to do this main cover. I'm just going to do the seat covers. I'm just going to put them on a quick wash just to clean them and refresh them. May as well do it today. Weather's going to be warm and they'll dry quickly. So those are on a wash. And I do occasionally use fabric freshener. Usually when I'm changing the covers, I'm just going to give these a little spritz. I would love to put these out in the sun, but I don't have an outside, I don't know whether you can see me or not, I don't have an outside washing line, and the birds would poo on things. I could give them a shake, but hey, I'm not gonna. There we are. That'll do. I'm in the kitchen. It's time for the cooker to get wiped down. Does anybody find putting Tupperware away really annoying? Because I do. Don't ask. I love these cloths. My friend makes them, she knits them, and they're just great. I love them. Washable, reusable for goodness knows how many times. I don't really need to soap this down. It's not very dirty. It just needs wiping round. I need to do my tea towels as well. I'm trying not to do too many washes per week because, you guessed it, the price of water's gone up. So I've got to think about every bit of usage nowadays. Can't be frivolous. And actually, talking about water usage in the washing machine, I've been using the save water function on there, which uses less water. So hopefully that will make a little bit of difference. I don't know. I don't know anything these days. I really don't. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. It's very difficult to gauge how to do lots of things, I'm finding. What to do for the best, you know? It's all very, it's challenging, to be honest. Right, that will do. That can go in the wash, that tea towel, just use it to dry off. Now Becky's about to start spinning in a minute. I'm not going to clean these irons, they're not particularly dirty. Wipe that griddle. Not that we ever use the griddle, it's never been used. Okay, she's spinning and she sounds okay. I think she's coping with that load. I have to remember whether she copes with certain loads. It's so annoying. Because I thought they were dealing with water outside, the workmen, I filled 2 bottles up just in case the water was cut off. So I shall use those for making a tea later. Oh, here she goes. Here she goes. Oh, come on, Becky, just spin. Right. Yeah, I can't believe this from Paul. I said to him, I'm going to eat them. That's as bad as the cream egg box. Oh. That's still clean, that's okay. Now I need to wipe all the surfaces down. Seems a very short spin because it was on a quick wash. It seems to only spin for a short amount of time, so I might have to put it on an extra spin. That definitely needs another spin. Don't even know whether you can see me here. Can you see me? this cooker hood doesn't work, but it still gets dusty. Oh yeah. Okay, good, another job done. So let's get these out of the machine. I'm going to take them upstairs to dry. I normally give things a little bit of a shake and a little bit of a pull. I don't worry too much about things like this being creased. I'm certainly not going to iron them. No way. No, I'm not doing that. That's the ball. I always dose the right amount. Okay. This always seems to come out blue looking on the camera, but it's actually a sort of teal. I guess a good few years old now, this sofa. That's one of the things about not having regular work, is you can't really think about replacing things that easily anymore. I mean, I used to sort of be able to, over a couple of months, I think I've said it before, build up a little bit of, reserve money for stuff. Like when the camera broke. Oh, and I always wipe the drum, well, the glass and the rubber, always. There we are. Always have a cloth just by the washing machine. Right, time to go upstairs. And of course, upstairs is the warmest room for drying stuff. As long as you open a window in the summer and the winter. Sometimes in the winter I put the dehumidifier on and the fan, of course. But in this weather, it's not too bad. It should dry fairly quickly, as long as the window's open. Ooh. Right, 2 flights of stairs, not bad. Hardly out of breath, that's a good sign, I think. Ooh, door. Oh yeah, it feels warm up here. Let me put you down. Okay. It's not as windy today, so I can have those windows open. That plant needs a water as well. Note to self. Move my poof. Pop that there so I can move this into the sun. So it gets a little bit of sun before it moves around, because the sun moves around that way. So need to water that plant. In fact, I need to feed my plants. I do. Yeah, I think we're getting to the stage where the plants are starting to come out of their dormancy and starting to grow. So it's time to feed them. And I always use baby bio, and I don't know whether I've got any. This, talk about reusing plastics, yeah? I use this as my indoor watering can, and it's from 2003, I think. Yeah, I think that says 2003. There you go. This is over 20 years old and I'm still using it as a watering can and it's perfectly fine. So, you know, plastic can be reused and reused well. I'm not showing you under my sink. It's an absolute mess. There's quite a few things that need to be thrown away, but let me see if the baby bio is there. It is, but there is only a tiny, tiny amount. So I need to order some more. So that's baby bio ordered, houseplant compost ordered, some sodium percarbonate as well. So done. Somebody a while back said, why don't you just show us how you throw things together to eat? So I'm here, I'm doing it. I'm going to make a chilli. I've just chopped a red onion. I'm just peeling a carrot. The problem with throwing something together is I can't show you all the different angles. So you'll just have to bear with. Paul's on his way back. So I think he'll be another, I don't know, hour. Cook's treat. I need to get some celery. I'm keeping things small, so I've just got one stick. And the reason I'm keeping it small is because I'm using this lovely Le Creuset, which is sort of quite cute. But quite small, ideal for just 2 people. Pop that into that bowl. Another cook's treat. Now I need to get this on. Bit of olive oil. I'm using the small ring, I hope you can see that. I'm just going to bung those in. Now I've got to think about what protein I'm going to use. I'm just giving those a fry, and also I want to add a little bit of spice to that. I'm going to get some spices from the other room. We've got things everywhere. Oh, there's cumin seeds. No, I don't want cumin seeds. Cumin powder, I'm just putting a little bit in, just to give flavour. The chilli will come from the chili beans, because it's already in a chili sauce. And also we don't like to add too much chilli because of Paul's Barrett's. Pinch of mixed herbs, they can go in now. And at this stage, when I'm frying off, I add the black pepper because it's a spice, needs to be cooked. And what I'm going to do is just turn the heat down, put the lid on, put the herbs away. Now I'm on the search for protein. Yes! I've got some Linda McCartney's mince. I'm going to add a little bit of that. I think that's enough, not too much, because we've got protein from the kidney beans as well. I'm also going to throw in a handful of peas, frozen peas, just bung them in, just for colour, extra nutrition. Just half a heaped teaspoon of bouillon powder for extra seasoning. That's how it looks now. Just waiting for the mince to defrost. I'm going to go in with my tin tomatoes. Just making sure that those tomatoes are completely incorporated. Okay, that's good. I'm going to open this tin of chili beans. Make sure all the beans are out. Yes, they are. So there we are, a thrown together chili, which I think took me, I don't know, 15 minutes. Just going to let that come to the boil and give it a simmer. But there you go, that's how I throw a meal together. So we're getting to that stage where it's still light at 8 o'clock at night, which is really, really nice. There's a bit of a glow in the sky tonight. Just turn the brightness down. Morning. Pardon me, I'm a bit sniffly this morning. Had a big sneezing fit earlier. I think it might be tree pollen. Yeah. You know, I spent most of my life totally unaffected by pollen. No known allergies as far as I'm aware, although apparently I was allergic to penicillin, but I'm not sure that's actually correct. What's that? Piece of sellotape or something. How odd. Where did that come from? I don't know. I don't know anything these days. Hold on. Let's pop it in there in my little makeshift waste paper basket, which is actually the coal scuttle. Yeah. What was I saying? Monday morning. Yeah. Monday morning. It's been a fairly busy weekend, so I've not had chance to vlog over the weekend. And I sort of thought, I'm just going to step back just a little bit. Certainly not from video making, because I've got 3 videos in the bag, waiting in the wings, all ready to be released. Short ones. Stuff on essential oils, mainly to do with what I'm using them for and blending. And there are a couple on houseplants as well. So you may have seen one of those by the time this comes out, because Tuesday's normally random video day. I might even release 2. Push the boat out. Yeah, so it's been a busy weekend. I had my niece staying, and that was lovely to see her. She had an event in Chiswick. She's an artist, for those of you who don't know, Sophie Stock Art, easy to find on Google. And she specialises in animal portraits in different styles. So she does the very detailed graphite pictures, which are photorealistic, and she also does quick and quirky sketches at the events that she goes to, which are very often in London. She's got a group of friends in London now, which is lovely. So yeah, so we were hosting her, and that was great. And then she went back home Sunday evening, and yeah, Sunday was quite busy. I did some more filming and editing and uploading. So yeah, every day is a work day, really. And I don't mind that. I enjoy that. And actually, I'm not suffering any ill effects of doing more work for YouTube. I'm really enjoying it. I think the only thing that has gone against me is maybe I went through a period of doing too much, uploading too much, maybe. But everything seems to be on an upwards trajectory at the moment here on YouTube, which is great. That's what I like to see. So sometimes it's great to take people's advice. Sometimes it's better to go with your instinct. And I went with my instinct doing that quick throw together meal video the other day because that's done really well, relatively, comparatively. So I'm really pleased with that. And I just went with the flow, put it out to our coffee supporters first of all, and then released it on general release on YouTube. And yeah, it just went really, really good. So yeah, I think my instincts are sometimes quite good as to what will do well. So I need to trust those as well. And I like to take on board your feedback. Obviously, you know that I do because I respond to you. And very often when you make a suggestion and I think, yeah, that's good idea, I'll roll it out, I'll run with it. So yeah, what's in store today? Well, first of all, today is another lovely day, blue skies and sunshine. I'm getting a little bit worried about all this good weather that we're having. When will it stop? And it's getting very dry as well. Notice the ground is very dry. Yeah, I've got a couple of pots that need some watering. I don't really expect to be having to start watering things at this time of year, but hey, I think I'm going to have to. I think the long-term forecast is for heavy rain and storms just after Easter. So, wait and see. I love a good storm, as you know. So there's a few more bits and pieces that I want to do today. I may take you with me, but it'll just be me doing stuff around the house. Although I read in the news that this is now very popular. People really enjoy watching people do housework. #reset, apparently. I assume that sort of refers to resetting a room at the end of the day, ready for the next day. I think that's what it means, which I tend to do that in the morning rather than the evening. So, in fact, I'm due to reset this room now, but you saw me doing that the other day, so I'm not going to do it again. Yeah, really sniffly today. I had a sneezing fit earlier. Nose exploded. You don't need to know that. Yeah. Anywho, I'll say goodbye for now. I'll see you later. My lips are dry. Good evening. It's Tuesday evening. It's been a busy day. Yeah. Video making, video editing. Yeah. Busy, but good. So, I was up quite early this morning. I think it was about 6, half 6, something like that. So I made tea and got up, started thinking about what I was going to do today. And I'd made a video on essential oil blending for hair and face oil. the other day, and I wasn't quite happy with it because I'd done another one which is all about a fragrance blend that I've made, and I was pleased with that format, so I kind of wanted to copy that format, so I did the first video again this morning. I reshot it, and the light was lovely, the sun was streaming in, and it just felt a bit better, a bit brighter, a bit more up, you know? The energy was better. There were a few challenges, however. We had planes going over, there was work going on down the road, so there was drilling noise and banging and of the planes. So yeah, and then the clock started bonging at one point mid-sentence, and while that can be nice with the odd bong here and there, when it's 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock, that's a bit of an interruption, shall we say. Yeah, so I did that. Then I've been editing another video that I did, which is an experiment, which I might have mentioned already, I'm not sure. An experiment in the kitchen, because a couple of you mentioned about possibly doing live cookery. In order to do that, we'd kind of need a 2-camera or a 2-phone setup. So I was experimenting with that. So I will release that. It is quite a long one. I think it's about 46 minutes long. But it's a real-time cookery video. So let me know whether you'd find that interesting, and I'll get it out. So yeah, it's been a busy day. I've just literally finished editing and uploading, so it's about 6:30, I think. Another beautiful day weather-wise, rather disconcerting. I've said that before. There's been a bit of haziness about today. There's been some high-level cloud, but I do believe the forecasters are saying it's going to break. It's going to come to an end, and I'm quite glad, because we need some rain. We need some bloody rain. We do. So yeah, we're just about to have some dinner. Paul's cooking. He's in the kitchen putting something together. And yeah, we will chill out for the evening as usual. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Morning. It's Wednesday morning. I think it's about 10:30, 11:15. I'm just having coffee. So takeoff will start in a few minutes. This is how I like my coffee. Black in a smallish mug with 1 small sugar. It's only instant. We don't have the real stuff. Can't be arsed making it, frankly. And then you've got the coffee grounds to think about. No, a good instant, fine. And the little instant is great. Who's that? Got the wrong glasses on. Anyway, it is Wednesday morning. I've been doing some housework. Cleaning, bits of cleaning, toilets, sinks, wiping round. I've got a wash on. A nice full load. I thought I'd get a load done, because they are saying that there might be some cooler weather on the way. And my washing's been drying really well recently upstairs. It's quite breezy this morning, still bright, but quite cloudy. So the weather is slowly, gently changing. You watch, we'll be plunged into storms and torrential rain after this lengthy spell of fine weather, which I'm not complaining about at all. Because, I mean, I'm in a t-shirt. I've got arms, but I've got my gloves on and I've got a scarf on because it's not that warm this morning. In fact, we had a very light frost. Yeah, but no condensation on the windows, which was very odd. So I think the whole sort of atmosphere must have dried up quite a bit. In fact, let's have a little look at the temperature. Or may as well just finish my coffee. May as well. Then it'll kick in quicker. Oh. Nice. Let's have a look at the temperature gauge in the hallway. Thank you. So yeah, I put a new battery in this as well so you can actually see it now. So 13 degrees outside going up, 16 degrees inside, 43% humidity. See, humidity is low. Pressure is fairly high going up. It's 10:46 in the morning. And yeah, very dry. And we have the background noise of more work being done. It never stops. I think it's somebody that side. Football kicker family have gone away, which is good. Oh, thank goodness. How long has the washing machine got? Oh, I can't see. Got the wrong glasses on. 1 hour 26 for the washing machine. That's fine. I'd really like to get out and do my windows. Paul bought a bunch of daffodils the other day, but they're almost over. They didn't do very well at all. Gorgeous colour, but yeah, it didn't do very well. Back garden through the dirty window. Cherries virtually over now. It's leafing up. Forsythia is on the way out. You've got the ballerina, this white one over here, which is out and very pretty. But everything's looking very dry. God, I must do these windows. It's on my list. It's on my list. Other things on my list to do are things like the car. The car is in desperate need of a clean, inside and out. So that, I know, is a sort of 3-hour job. Because I like to really get in there and get all the nooks and crannies clean. But I'm kind of just trying to focus on video making at the moment. I'm just really trying to get a number of videos in the bag. And again, I find it surprising that things don't do as well as they could. When YouTubers told me that it should do well because there's a good audience for it. So yeah, that's kind of not pissing me off, but it's a bit annoying, you know. I'm kind of giving up trusting YouTube's advice now. I'm just going with whatever I want to do. That's it. That's what I'm doing now. If I fancy it, I do it. If I'm doing a job around the house and I think, well, somebody will enjoy this and it might be useful, I do it regardless of whether it's going to do well or not. Because I think one can get too hung up with those things in life, especially when you're a vlogger. The other thing I was really pleased about, Vivi did her video on her new place. If you've not been over, go and have a look. I was so excited to see the new place. Now, look, hands up, tell the truth. I knew where she was moving to and I'd seen the property on Rightmove because she had shared it with us ages ago. So obviously we knew the story and we were following that with her. But it's great finally to see her in there after all the struggles that she's been through, which frankly really put me off from even thinking about selling this place. Although we'll have to. My mind's just not in that space at the moment for even thinking about that. There are a number of jobs we have to get done before we can put it on the market. A couple of repairs that need to take place, some plumbing that's got to be done, which we're hoping we're going to get done at the end of this month. So we'll see. Yeah, not simple jobs either. They're fairly complicated jobs. Yeah, and some decorating that needs to happen as well. But I'm really waiting for the warmer weather to start kicking in for doing all of that, because I've decorated in cold weather before and it really doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. Oh, he's reversing his vehicle. I do find it odd when people reverse their vehicles all the way up the road rather than just go round the block. It's very odd. Yeah, so what's in store today? I'm maybe doing a little bit more cookery, not sure yet about that, although I have just wiped around the kitchen, so it's kind of all ready if I do want to do that. I need to get this vlog finished and out. My nose is running. Oh well, got to wash these gloves. That's on my list of things to do. I have to wash them now. The tissues are just there, but no, I've used my glove. Oh well, hey ho. What else? I think that's it for today. And we're hoping to go out tomorrow, somewhere in the countryside, for our constitutional. So that's it, I think, for today. If there's anything else, I'll have to tag it on to the following week. So thanks very much for watching. Sorry it's been such a long one if you've stayed to the end. Bananas. And yeah, I'll see you for the live show on Friday. And there's probably going to be a video tomorrow coming out. Not sure which one yet. I'll just pick one at random. I've got plenty to choose from at the moment because I've been good. Yeah, been planning in advance. Okay, take care. Toodle pip. Au revoir.